William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Well, here we are, William, the final regional championship of 2014.
Indeed it is. And to think when we started this whole thing, you weren't happy about travelling around in the old camper van.
When you said to me, we're going around the country in this bus, I thought it's going to be an absolute horror story. But actually, when I reflect upon it, I've got a lot of fond memories to take away with me.
I'm so glad to hear it, because we've had some fantastic adventures, you and I. For no greater bond can be forged between two men than those hammered out on the anvil of travel and adventure when two men set forth to scythe through the countryside.
Yeah. See you up at the venue, Chubby.
Farewell, dear friend. Farewell.
For the last regional qualifier of 2014, the Trilby Tour returns to Kent and a new venue, terrific Tudor Park. Today, in scorching weather, we'll find the last 10 players who'll take their place at St Pierre and crown one lucky golfer champion of Kent. Coming up on the show, we'll enjoy some of the best golf we've seen on this year's tour. There's an unexpectedly nervy four-man three-hole playoff to find the champion of the county. And then the part of the show that people are falling over themselves to get into. Yes, it's Rogues Gallery. William Hunt is waiting on the first tee to talk to the players, but now here's your commentator, Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, we're at Tudor Park, deep in the Kent countryside, just over 6,000 yards, of course, designed by Donald Steele. And of course, it's going to be another very busy day on the Trilby Tour. Here's a Trilby Tour regular with William on the first tee. Kevin Commons.
Kevin, we've seen you now for this is your 8th time on the Trilby Tour. You are, without doubt, a magnificent golfer, one of the best Trilby Tourists not to win. What's going to change? What are you going to do to make that happen?
Hopefully, William, keep the ball in play.
Yeah.
I've got my son on the bag.
Yes.
Hopefully he'll take me a bit of good luck.
Yes.
And the greens are in wonderful condition, probably the best greens I've put on all year. And hopefully this could be my year.
Do you fancy yourself at St Pierre?
Yes, I fancy myself every time I tee it up.
Now the course is very tight, you're a big hitter. Are you going to choke it down a little bit?
Yes and no, I'll probably just have to plot my way around. Maybe use a few irons off the tees, and we'll see how we get on after 9 holes.
So much for the iron off the tee. It's driver at the first, under pressure, Kevin. And that's a hit. And smashed it away. Very firm conditions. His ball's going to go a long, long way today. William's got the crumbler.
Derek, the return of Derek Freeman. Today, what is going to happen?
My day today.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I feel it. Feeling good. So.
What's different? Because it's never been so far, has it?
No, it's never been so far, but you know, percentage-wise, I must have one decent round one day soon.
Because you can play.
Yeah.
You've got steady, lovely swing, steady player. You just got to play to your handicap. You should know that by now.
I think I get too excited.
Yeah?
Yeah. Can't wait for it, and probably go out there and just put myself under too much pressure.
What will happen if you get too much pressure?
I think you know what will happen if I get too much pressure.
Answer the question. What will happen if you come under too much pressure?
I think I'll crumble.
Derek, that's all in the past. Crumbler no more. You're an animal. given that a whack. Too far right, though. Now, the other side of those trees is the 9th, coming back the other way. And that is sitting pretty right in the middle of the fairway, but it's the 9th. He'll have a shot from there. OK, back to William, who's got a world-class squash player with him on the first.
Daryl, tell us what you've just done.
Managed to win a Commonwealth bronze medal.
Wow.
Thank you.
Next achievement, who's on your bag?
Yeah, well, even more prestigious is world champion Seb Carmichael Brown on my bag.
What a guy. What a player.
Great player, yeah. I watched it last year on TV and he produced some amazing golf. Take my hat off to him and yeah, he deserved his win.
Now, can he take that experience and help you today?
I hope so. You know, that was one of the reasons I asked him to be on my bag, because he's got great experience in this competition, and hopefully I can relax and enjoy it, and I'm sure he'll help me do that.
So winning that Commonwealth medal this year, what sort of rankings would that leave you with?
Yeah, so I'm ranked 10 in the world.
Wow.
And yeah, it was I mean, one of the most prestigious moments of my career, to play in front of, you know, that many people and win a Commonwealth medal is something, you know, once every 4 years you don't get many opportunities to do that.
There's a trophy on offer today?
Yeah, today I would love to be in with a chance. If I can get in that final four and get in a playoff, and anything can happen, it'll be good.
Would you retire at the top?
Oh yeah, retire from golf altogether. I think I'd just stop, and if Seb let me, just stick on his bag.
Well, they talk about nerves, world-class squash players, TT world champions. This is the Trilby Tour. Iron for safety. And that's not what you want, the wayward iron. Game on. Commons 2nd to 15, ripping through his round. Now with a tidy finish here, he could post a score. The man from County Louth. Not a long par for this, and that one just on the front. Kevin just slightly disappointed with that. Like the check pants though. Coming to the end of the front 9, it's the Crumbler. And this one hoisted high into the sky. Is it on line? Has he got the right distance? He's played the bouncing shot. This is excellent. Just steady. That's very well played. Slightly awkward for the putt. Well, he's taking everything in his stride. Back at the 8th, and Daryl Selby. Watched by the TT World Champion Seb Carmichael Brown. Oh, and they're getting it together. That's his best approach shot of the day so far. All smiles, the boys from Romford. Commons, the birdie putt at 15. Get to 30 points. 3 holes to play. Things will be looking good if this goes in. Come on. That's a good approach. 33 points in the end. Clubhouse lead for the early starter, Commons. 4 handicap, a good effort. Will it be good enough? Don't know. This is the awkward one for Freeman. He's got the flag out. He could have left it in. Just catching the top half of the ball, and that hits the ball into the ground. It never makes the trip. 23 points in the end for the Crumbler. True to his name, he did crumble. 7 handicapper Stephen Clements. 30 points in the bag. Oh, and that's heavy-handed. He's given that a right old dig from there. So under pressure with the 4th shot, as is Selby. His birdie putt. And he's made it. Get him was a shout. 31 points. At the minute, that's in a playoff situation. But I'm not sure that's going to be good enough to get into the final 4. This is the par putt for Clements. At the par 3 17th. Down the hill. Oh, and he makes it. 34 points. New clubhouse leader. As is per normal, Williams with the last match of the day on the first tee.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with Simon Hood, the reigning champion of Kent. Simon, there's only 2 men have retained their title before you, Llewellyn and Vos. Will you be the number 3?
That's very much the plan, William. It's always tough to get near a playoff on a competition like this with a big field, especially on a day like today when I think it's going to run. It will bring a lot more people into play, but it's very much the plan, get into the playoff, and then hopefully the experience of winning it last year will come good again. It was a good win, and the playoff went very well last year, so I couldn't have no complaints whatsoever.
You take that again?
I'll take it again.
It's always fun defending your championship, although he won it at Kings Hill. This is Tudor Park and Hud. This line looks good. Just look how firm the conditions are. Just missing the fairway. However, in pretty good shape. After the break, more coverage of this year's Trilby Tour from Kent.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to Tudor Park. This is, of course, the last regional qualifier for 2014, the last chance saloon for players trying to get into the World Championship final. Best score so far, 34 points. That's the target to chase for those out there on the course right now. So let's get back onto the links and catch up with Nick Francis. The fourth hole, you can see up and down dale this one is, 183 yards, but straight downhill. So level par for the first three, points-wise, 6. And playing a bouncer. Didn't want to fly it onto the green. There's a hazard down there. We'll see. To the 18th. And defending champion, Simon Hudd. Sit. Oh, nicely worked. Nicely worked. Might just get a birdie at the last. 2 holes back. It's Stephen Watts, 16. 1 handicapper. Second Trilby Tour event. Clicking his fingers and that one just sliding on by. Good touch though. Quite slopey some of these greens. Now the tee shot of Francis finished short. It's okay. Oh, and he's holed it. How about that for a cheeky 2? It's exactly how I saw it. Planned it from the tee. Birdie putt for Hudd. 30 points for defending champion. It's a stylish finish, but that won't be good enough. No longer the champion of Kent. How dispiriting. Graham Lapthorne, we find him at the 7th. Just 155 yards, a short iron for Lapthorne. And playing the bouncing method, not that cleverly actually. Stephen Watts to save par, which he does. That was important. And in the end, 34 points, joining that ever-growing group in the clubhouse lead right now. Graham Lapthorne, this is quite a pitch back to the target. And he has played that unbelievably well. What a touch from down there. That's as good as he could have done. Give him 100 balls, he couldn't have done better than that. So he might well walk away with a save par. Now we're in Kent. This is Bromley at the 11th. When you bounce short, it's going to keep running and running and running. Some players hesitant to hold the greens. They are soft enough to pitch on. Closing out the front 9 is Darren Brame from Tudor Park. He knows these greens and he's popped that one in. So a nice finish to his front 9. This would be a tremendous par for Stadden Heights, Graham Lapthorne, and if only it's one of those. Here's another, Ray Nother, 4th. The par 5 14th. Last par 5 in the golf course this. Go on, just checked up. And that's a 45-footer left. Bromley, the third shot at the 11th. Little chip forward, back up the hill. Nicely done. They always just curl away at the very end. Never absolutely stone dead. Nother's par putt at 5. Go on. Very nearly. Great pace. 35 points though for Ray. Off of 10 handicap. That's a good effort. Clubhouse leader. Bromley's par putt. 19 points. Things going along all right. That was rattled in the back. Also 35 points. So Nother and Bromley, 2 top men. A lot of players out on the golf course though. Graham Lapthorne for his birdie at 18. Which he makes. And with the shot, it's a big comeback on the last hole. 35 points. Burgeoning group of players leading the way. Well, we're at Tudor Park. It's time to catch up with Fraser Liston. He is the director of golf here. We asked him to tell us a little bit more about the course.
Well, Tudor Park's just celebrated its 25th anniversary. 18-hole championship venue, par 70. A little bit over 6,000 yards. But don't be fooled by that. It's very tricky out there. Having the Trilby here is fantastic. You know, creates such a great buzz. You know, the staging team do a fantastic job. All the banners definitely creates, you know, a sense of theatre, definitely around the tees and the greens. And you know, our membership have bought into it. There's many of them playing, but there's also a lot coming up to support their friends. I've had such great feedback from everybody, and it's you know, looking like it's going to be, you know, a great finish to the tournament today.
Well, that's what the Trilby Tour does. It leaves everyone with a smile on their face. Will Darren Brame have a smile? He's getting towards the end of his round. 9 handicapper. Knows this place very well. As Fraser said, a lot of members playing here. To Tom Hunter, who's 27 years of age. And he's taken a big cut at this one. This is at the 9th. 5 handicapper. Right on target. First Trilby Tour event as well. Back to Brame. Chipping and putting for par with a bit of luck. Not bad. Chances from there to save himself. Concentration. Certainly evident on the faces of these players. Hunter for the birdie. Close. Very close for Tom. Darren's par putt. 32 points at the minute. Crucial. Oh, and he boxed it straight in the back. 36 points, clubhouse leader. Relief. Tom Hunter's third. At the par 5, 14th. And that's pretty good. Didn't really want to go over the green, so he's got that left for a birdie. There's Tom. 5 handicap, not many shots to play with. 4 to 17, Chris Butcher from Ashford Golf Club, also in Kent. First Trilby Tour event for the 40-year-old. And using the contours and trying to run it on. It's cheeky. It's very cheeky. Just stay there. That's pretty good. Birdie putt for Hunter. 24 points at the minute. Get there, do it, make the journey. On line and short. The killer combination. Chris Butcher after that cheeky approach. This for the 2 at 17. Cross the green. Well, it's a good part. In the end, 36 points. Joint clubhouse leader, Chris Butcher. Chances, big chances. And on the 18th, it's Tom Hunter, who on 33 points is right in the chase. If he can hit a good one here, under pressure, find a good shot. Oh, he's hit his best of the day to a foot. What an astonishing approach. 36 points, 3 points on the last hole. He ties the clubhouse lead. Well, this is the last qualifier for the 2014 season on the Trilby Tour. Let's catch up with William. He's in a very reflective mood.
Wow, yeah. I mean, final regional this year, 2014. It's been a brilliant season, really. I think the players are taking it really seriously. I mean, it's grown. It's gone from a bit of fun. It is fun. If you're not in contention, it is fun, and we want you to have fun. You know, come and play golf. You're with your mate, your dad, your brother, your mum, your brother. You know, people bring their family to this, and you know, I keep asking people, when was the last time you brought your family to a game of golf? And the answer is never. But I've seen a massive uplift in how seriously people are taking this year. preparation, coming, staying and playing and really getting into it, treating it as a tour, as a tour for us amateurs. And you know, some of the quotes that we've seen this year is, we can't cope with this pressure, or this is an adrenaline rush, or this is an addiction. It's true, it really is.
Gets so excited, William, doesn't he? Gets so into it. And he should do. Founding father of the Trilby Tour. It's his train set. Now, deep in the trees is Paul Williamson. That's his 4th at the 9th, which is a par 4. Ahead to 17, 33 points. Things going well for Nick Francis. He may be left on this occasion, and way left and long. Sit down! Well, he's tried to join the next group. Williamson's 5th. Going well as well. But this is damage limitation. Go on. That's a good chip shot. But it's going to be a dent in his scoring, that's for sure. Francis 2nd, as long as the tee shot was. He's that far away from the target. But powers of recovery, par excellence. That's fantastic from that. Double bogey putt for Williamson, which he makes. And 37 points. It did not put him out of his stride. He leads in the clubhouse. Par putt at 17 for Francis. After the errant tee shot, the excellent chip, and the silky putt. That's the way to make a 3. Clenched fist, 37 points. Joint best score. So a shootout required in Kent to find the final 4 between Butcher, Hunter and Brame. 100 yards, nearest the pin. And in this case, the worst one goes home. That was Brame's approach. He was through. Sadly, someone has to lose out. On this occasion, it was Chris Butcher, although he does qualify for the World Championship final. In the end, it's Francis, Williamson, Brame and Hunter. It's 4 men playing 3 holes for 1 championship. Butcher, Bolton, Bromley, Lapthorne, Nova and Watts all make it through to the World Championship final. You'll see the playoff when we come back.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to the playoff. 4 men, 3 holes, 1 champion of Kent. That's what's at stake. And the 3 holes they're playing, the 10th, the 11th and the 18th. The first playoff hole is a par 3, so pressure on with those mid-irons as these 4 custodians of what potentially will be the Kent Championship. Ooh, they look nervous, don't they?
Mr. Nick Francis.
Nick Francis, married at Tudor Park, 42 years old. The course is not a big booming course, so you've got to put the ball in certain areas, and it's just one of them courses that people will take a bit, they look at it, it's not long, but it's a very tough, tight little course. And so local knowledge, yeah, I think it's a big advantage.
Certainly proved to be, with 3 members from Tudor Park making it through to the playoff. Francis first of all receives 9 shots on this golf course. He's bunkered.
Hi, my name's Paul Williamson. I'm a member of the Tudor Park Golf and Country Club. My age is 52. The front 9, I scored 20 points on the front 9. I started to fall apart a little bit on the back 9, the front, the first sort of 3 or 4 holes. Gathered it together through my caddy. The caddy obviously brought me together with it, so obviously, like, you know, I sort of held on to what I had, if you like, so I didn't lose it.
That's a view down the 10th for Paul Williamson. Gets 1 shot at the next hole in this playoff. And that left-hand side is a magnet. Missed the bunker, but he's missed the green as well.
Next to the tee, it's Tom Hunter.
Tom Hunter, 27, Sittingbourne, Milton and Regis Golf Club. I had a good front 9, 19 points on the front 9. Started getting to me a little bit on the back 9. I was maybe thinking about the glory a little bit too much, but I dug in deep on the last few holes and came in with a couple of crucial 3-pointers, mainly the tapping birdie that I had on 18, which I was really pleased with to do in front of a big crowd. So no, I was chuffed.
Well, he plays off 5, no strokes in the playoff. So he's got to do it all on his own. This one looks good, cutting back onto the target. And he finds the lawn.
Finally to the tee, it's Darren Brame.
Darren Brame from Royal Tudor Park, 43 years old. Front 9 I started really badly, and then had a really good back kind of 6 holes up to 9. Played 10, 11, 12 really well, then got really nervous. Knew I was in it, saw a couple of scoreboards. 16, 17 really hung in there, and then hit a great shot on 18. Almost sneaked in with 37, but really happy to get through the playoff. But yeah, really enjoyed it, great fun.
Royal Tudor Park, I like it. Tee shot for Brame. And that's hooking. What's he going to find down there? Another one in the bunker. Popular spot. Caught 2 of the 4. So they're off and running. Walk down the hill to the green. Let's see if they can make a par. Brame first of all, his second from the sand. How's his bunker play? Let's check this out. And the answer is not too clever. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bewildered crowd watching that one. We could have all done so much better. Francis next. Slight upslope this. And a little bit clean. Too much ball. And running through. That's on some bare stuff, so he's not on the putting surface in 2 shots. Darren's third. But he takes more sand this time. Too much. Shaking his head, and it can all evaporate so quickly in the playoff and the Trilby Tour. You've got to be right at it from the get-go. Williamson's second. Come on. And that's not bad. You can make par from there. Brame's fourth. He's racking up the hits down the 10th. Keep going, keep going. Tough. The bunker shot was long. This is the 3rd for Nick Francis, and well done. Just a few inches past the hole, maybe a foot. So he looks like he'll make his bogey 4. Hunter's birdie putt, the only man to hit the green. Heel down, toe up, just like Isao Aoki used to do all those years ago. Japanese player. And for the man who's playing off scratch for these 3 holes, Tom Hunter, it's a par. He remains level, 2 to go. Setting a target for these players. Darren Brame's 5th. Come on. Oh, it's a disaster, isn't it? The first hole you want to play well. That's an absolute disaster. +3. And really has played his way out of it. Williamson's chip shot came up a little bit shy, maybe 6 feet or so. And the par putt is terrific. That's well done. Level par. Tied at the top with 11 and 18 to come. Nick Francis, who will get a shot at the next. Okay, in the end, just the 1 drop shot. So +1, 2 on level, and Darren Brame bringing up the rear. 359 yards this 11th hole, not a long par 4, but shots for 3 of the players, Francis, Williamson and Brame. Williamson to go first. Fairway wood and cries of shot from behind the tee. Is it as good as they think it is? Brilliant. Bouncing down the middle. Tom Hunter next. Driver, taking no prisoners. It's definitely going right. How far right? Oh, right. And there's all sorts of shrubs and long overgrown areas over there. That's potentially a trophy killer. Nick Francis. Neat economical swing with this again, going straight right towards the gallery. It's not as far as the tee shot from Tom Hunter. He'll find it. It's pressure, that's what it is. Normally these fellows just rip it straight down the middle. Darren Brame, as you can see, he's cack-handed, left below right. Still got the glove on the left hand. And sometimes when you play golf that way, hitting's fine, but bunker shots can be tricky. That might explain what happened at the previous hole. But this just off the fairway on the right-hand side, no danger for Brame. Now Nick Francis with the short tee shot in the rough. I'll have to smash this and hope that it comes out straight. And towards the advertising signs, but that's not on the dance floor in 2. And this is where the wild one finished. Tee shot of Tom Hunter. Well, he's right-handed and plays golf the normal way. He'd almost like to be left-handed to play this one. That's very well done. It's as hard as he could hit it to move it, what, 15 yards? So Hunter under pressure. Brame. Tried to hit a low nudger underneath the trees and bounce it on. Come on you come. It's getting down to where it's watered. You know it's close to the green. That may be on the cut and prepared. What a shot. Improvisation in the playoff. Hunter with his 3rd after the errant tee shot. Up and over this time for Hunter. Hates it. Just hates it. Tom, what are you doing? Well, Williamson's in the driving seat. Perfect tee shot. Level par at the minute. And this one just into the middle of the green. 2 putts and move on. And that's not the middle of the green. That's trouble. Could be right up the face, that for Paul. Big crowd turned up to watch this playoff. They've all got their vested interest. 3 Tudor Park members in with a chance of being the champion of Kent. Nick Francis, one of them.